Now Oksana mounts with a straddle over the bar, right to a kip. Look at the straight arms, the position in the air, right to a handstand, right into a Delchev, right to a Somi, catching the low bar. 1.5 twist here, heck to the high bar. Talk about precision on every move. Full twist there, over the bar. She makes it look so easy, and that's what gymnastics is all about. Double twisting, flyaway.
She may look small and young, but she's an experienced veteran. I'll let you do the arithmetic. She's 16 years old, and she began competing in 1976. And she turns in here yet another fine performance.
You know, Al, you enjoy watching her, not just because of the difficult elements that she throws, but because she seems to throw caution to the wind. She really attacks this apparatus with total abandon. Not only that, her creative combinations, as we see right here, this soul circle, right into a pop to the high bar, heck to the high bar, are really spectacular, just what the judges are looking for.
A 9.975 for Omelianchik, but all this does is illustrate how strong Shushanova was. For as great as that score is, Omelianchik is still not past her Soviet teammate. One competitor to go now on these uneven. Continuing in Beijing, China, we're watching the women's individual competition. I'm Al Troutwig along with Kathy Rigby-McCoy. And the first to mount the balance beam is 16-year-old Soviet gymnast Oksana Omelianchik, tied for first after the all-around competition, which helped her qualify for these individual competitions.
As I mentioned on the uneven bars, Oksana is really aggressive in her approach to all the apparatus. She doesn't seem to hold back. She's not overly controlled. Now here's a back handspring, 2 back handsprings right into a layout. She moves so freely. The next run she has coming up really shows off the style of Oksana and her originality. Watch this. Her stag handstand. Look at the toe point, the straight legs. Right into a drop split. She has an original move coming up. It's a back handspring with a half twist into a back hip circle. There it goes. Beautifully executed. You can see there she's actually smiling while she's up there. Most gymnasts have enough to do just to concentrate. You can see a little pause here preparing for her dismount. It has to be so exact. She lands with both feet on the balance beam to a double pike dismount.
Young lady from Kiev, dotting every I and crossing every T, every move accentuated.
Now, to get a good score, you have to make it look like you're almost performing on the floor, and she does that with these 2 back handsprings into a layout.
A 9.95 for Omelianchik with some very talented gymnasts. Here now is the final performer in the final apparatus of the World Cup, Oksana Omelianchik. She won the gold in the beam competition, finished second for the silver in the uneven bars, and also won the silver in the vault. Quite a weekend for her.
And if you remember from the World Championship, she has very unusual music and usually a real crowd pleaser on this event. Not to mention great difficulty. Here's her full in double back, right into a back handspring step out.
Kathy, she tries in her routines, in every routine that we've seen, to be a little bit different. Here it's the music and some of her moves. On the balance beam, it was some of the movements with her hands and her feet.
She takes after Olga Korbut, who was, of course, from the 72 Olympics, but the style is very similar. Back handspring to a triple twist, front flip. Now this is her very popular combination tumbling runs. 2 in a row.
Kathy, if it came down to choosing one of the Soviet gymnasts, Shushanova or Omelianchik, if you were the team coach and you had one routine in order to win the championship, who would you pick?
Well, I would have to think that Omelianchik on this particular apparatus was really the most fun to watch and has greater difficulty, although Shushanova gets the score.
Well, the crowd obviously enjoyed the performance of Oksana Omelianchik. Soviet fans have certainly had a lot to cheer for here. And what about this? A perfect 10.